9 days each way to get there, and then the balance, or 7 days each way, and then we stay longer on Vancouver Island. So I know what's going to happen because neither of us have been there, and I got my Helena and Chris I want to go see, but she once she gets there, I know when she sees all that stuff out there that I've seen on YouTube and everything, she's going to go, oh, well, let's go do this, let's go do that, and I'm going to be the same. So, and then of course we'll be bringing the ATV with us. You guys will never believe this, man. I just saw a bus similar to this one, but it's got like a more of a truck front end, like an international whatever, you know, like an S1900 or whatever truck series. And then the same kind of back bus part like this is, but it even looks like, you know, at first glance you'd be like, oh, there's the magic button, but it's not. You'll suddenly tell the difference. And it was just on a side street here because I'd gone to turn around after I got fuel. And that was pretty cool seeing that. So I actually pulled over for a second just to look at it. And I kept thinking, I hope he comes out because maybe we'll have a quick yap. But anyway, I didn't see anybody. So anyway, but he's parked over on a street over here. And I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Like, so now his is a little bit with that truck front end. It's a bit bigger than this thing. So quite the, and it sits higher. So it's quite the thing to be whipping around in Montreal. So. But anyway, I mean, other than that, so I've been having nice home-cooked meals again. It's nice to have the noise, like with Jam there, playing his music and doing up his bedroom and, you know, of course, her and me. And, you know, I get back to my routines. Like I always do the dishes at her place. So I got my little routine. I make my coffee. I do the dishes while I'm making my coffee. Sit back down with the computer. She's off doing whatever she's doing, laundry or... You know, right now, moving everything and packing everything around the house. So, and, you know, so she's fitting me in there as well, you know. Not that I need a whole lot there. So, I mean, pretty much I can carry all my stuff. Like the stuff I need just, you know, back and forth. Like I carry in bags and then bring it home. But now I can do the laundry here in town. Like, you know, at her place, she's got a washer and dryer. So that'll be, you know, I'll bring my dirty laundry and then... You know, I can fold it all up nice and neat, and so I'll have it there kind of thing. So she found one of my old white towels that I'd lost, so she still had it. She gave that to me to take my shower today. So, and yeah, nice taking a shower there. I mean, not that it's any different now from the trailer, because I mean, I could shower all day there with the well and then the hot water on demand, but you know, here in the city, it's at her apartment, it's the same thing. They share the hot water, the whole... Like there's like 4 units in this walk-up, so you know. Anyways, it's all that, and then of course now I'll be able to take a bath if I want. I may very well do that. I'm probably going to ask her. Maybe not this trip, but like when I go home and come back, I'm going to get some Epsom salt and do a nice bath, soak my feet. My feet need some good soaking, and I need a good soaking. It's been a long time, so anyway, we're having a good time. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I'm home. Probably shouldn't have left, like I said, but at the same time, she needed to work out her own thing. I couldn't be helped for that, and if anything, I would have been an aggravation because that's very personal for her, and I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that fast life with her. So, but she talked to me, and she's like, "Okay, I'm okay." I'm like, "I can tell you're okay. You're different. So you know, that hurt's always going to be there. It's always going to carry with you. Same like with my dad. And when I lose my mom, same thing. But I said, you learn to live with it. It gets easier all the time, but it'll always be there. So, but it's not as raw as it was when I first showed up. And we had everything against us. I mean, we started seeing each other just when COVID had started. You know, and they shut everything down. So here I am going back and forth from Ontario. I had to go through blockades between Ontario and Quebec to get here, and everywhere I went I had to wear a mask, which was against everything I believed in. Of course, now everything we said would turned out to be right, and the COVIDians turned out to be wrong. One thing I'm finding here funny in the city, lots of people still wearing masks. So I call those COVIDians. Those are the people that are the freaks, you know, like they're like one little piece of dirt and these people are losing their minds. Those are the ones that got us in this mess. So anyways, it's over. They won't be doing this that same way again, so I'm not worried about it. Even if we do get another one, I mean, people weren't going to put up with the stupidity that went on. So, and I don't mean just the COVIDians, I mean everybody. So anyways, be that as it may, that's how we started together and then went through all that. You know, it's the first time I was seeing somebody regular, like, for a few years. And I didn't even know if I'd want to do all that, but I did. And then I did miss her. So I started seeing that other girl, but I haven't actually met her. I was supposed to drive down with the bus down in Washington, D.C., Elsie. But that hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, I haven't gone there or anything. So I haven't told her yet. She sent a couple of messages, but she's not panicking because I haven't got a hold of her or anything. But I'm going to let her know, you know, I've gone back home, as it were. So, and it's not that when I have to make sure she understands when I tell her, so I'm going home, but like I wasn't with her while I was starting to say, okay, that, you know, like she wanted to see me and I wanted to see her, but, you know, I mean, there were a lot of cracks. I mean, going all the way to DC all the time to spend time with her, you know, it's a 9-hour drive minimum to go down there, 9 hours to come back, so there's a whole day gone. You know, and then spending my time and then driving the bus around in a city like Washington, a city I don't know. See, I know Montreal. I've got GPS, but I know Montreal too, so it's easier for me. Anyway, too bad, so sad in a way. I hate to talk like that, but like, you know, Anna and I had some good times together, even though things were rough for those 3 years ago. So, not now. But she's a country girl, meaning that she loves the country. She wants to buy some land outside of what is out in Lanark. You know, camping, bus, ATV, all that stuff, fishing. That's her thing. She smokes weed. I smoke weed. Elsie down south there doesn't smoke weed. Camping and all that, she's never done it. Doesn't mean she wouldn't like it, but she's never done it. So, I mean, you know, first time in the bus, who knows how she would react. She'd probably like it. I mean, if you hate the country, well, then, you know, that's your problem. But it's the same thing as some people just aren't built for this life out here. So that's fine, too. That's just dandy, as they say. Oh, just going to get a thing of water here. Anyways, they're up seeing this lawyer, so the appointment was from 2 to 2:30, or 3 o'clock, but she figured they'd be out by 2:30, so, but I'm in no hurry. Not like I'm sitting in the pickup truck. I can be sitting at the table and talking to you guys, so, anyhow, I can film them in the truck. I go outside, too, but there's nothing to show you here in the parking lot. There's really nothing. It's just, you know, but slept good in it. It's quiet at night. Even in the city here. Well, her neighborhood's quiet. There's no traffic on her road after, let's say, I mean, yeah, car. But I mean, after like 10, 11 o'clock at night, dead silent there. It's all families. Not like where we were living, where it was younger, older. There were school people. There are a couple of schools close to her place. You hear them during the day at recess, the kids. You can hear them, but outside of that, you don't hear nothing there. And it's weird because Pierre Elliott Trudeau, one of our former prime ministers, has an airport named after him, and the jets that go from that airport go right over top of her neighborhood. So you'll hear them when you're in the bus, and they go by, and it's like, you know, you can hear the sound because they're getting lower as they're landing towards the airport. Anyway, but when you're inside her apartment, surprisingly enough, you don't hear them. I thought you would. So it's a nice place. Couple problems. The roof leaks, so she's got a bucket. Landlord is supposed to fix that, but this place is only a temporary. She wants to do something else, so we'll see as she makes plans. So, but you can tell she's lining up all her little T's and I's and I and T's and crossing them and dotting them. Like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what I want to do. This is what we're a thing. So she's laying down the thing. So it's all good with me. I'm just happy I'm not alone, too. That's what I told her. I said, you know, once Mom goes, I said, that's it. And see, that's the other thing, is that I don't really want to leave Canada either. And the girl in the States wants me to stay down there once my mother, you know, goes into the home. And I'm like, no, I don't want to stay down there. I don't. So, you know, she was looking at some fancy apartments in D.C. and stuff for us to live in. And yeah, these are pretty high-end pants places, cheap compared to here, but just not me. So I mean, her son, me and Jamel get along really, really well. He's a really good kid. He's just turning 18 next month. And the other thing is, and I mentioned it, was that her father, whom I'm friends with too, like Anna's father, Jamel's grandpa, Paul, same name as me, he's coming back. I haven't seen him since he went back to New York after they let the border open because there were people stuck here. Paul was stuck here because he lives in New Jersey. And I thought he lived in Manhattan. I don't know where I got that from. But anyway, he lives in Jersey. So, but now, I mean, he can cross whenever, but he's coming up here next month. It's Anna's birthday in May. It's actually both Anna's, my other friend Anna. It's her birthday in May too. Mother's Day, Jamel's birthday, he's turning 18. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. So Grandpa's going to want to be here. And Grandpa has probably found out that me and his daughter are back together, as it were. So that's, he's going to be happy. I'm happy because I like Paul from the moment I met him. Very day, person I met over, she introduced me to her dad, and I'm like, him and I just instantly were like, okay, we're going to be friends. Never mind. And I told her, I said, if we hadn't got back together, I was intent on looking up your father when I was down there so I could, resurrect our friendship, because I thought, geez, how can I go to the States and not go see your father? So anyways, he likes to fish. He's been wanting to go fishing, and, so anyway, we'll see when he gets here. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Her mother was happy. Got a great big hug from her. So it was good to see her mom, and her mom is already making food for the both of us, so I've already had some food from her mom. And, her aunt, the one that I met, where her father was living while he was stuck here with the COVID, she's still over there at the same place, so I know that place pretty good. I know the aunt. Her aunt has a friend that I was starting to talk with down when I was down at the aunt's place. His name's George, and he's an old timer, like he's around 70, but he likes this, so anytime he sees me, it's like, oh, Anyways, I hadn't heard or seen from him, obviously, because he's friends with that bunch. So, but he all of a sudden, after I started talking to Anna, he showed up on my Facebook. So it's like, oh, wow, look who's that. I wasn't even 100% sure it was George, so I took a screenshot, showed Anna. I said, is that George? I said, because he's cut all his beard off. Is that what he did? Because he looks pretty good. Like, he looks like 20 years younger. Yep, that's George. I'm like, get out of here. So you want to see George? I said, well, of course. I said, you think I'm going to come here? George finds out I'm here, and I don't have a little bit of weed for the old timer? No, I have to do that for him. So, he was such a gentleman and a nice guy, and I enjoyed talking to him. So, he doesn't speak a whole lot of English. He does, but mostly French. And, he understands English, so I can talk to him, like say whatever I want. And it's cool, but when he wants the words, he has to choose them, or he has to be, okay, I have to check, I'm going to ask Anna, okay, what's the word I need to say? So him and I communicate like that, but it doesn't hamper us at all. So, unfortunately, I just never have caught to learn French. And I was learning Spanish in public school, before we came back to Canada, and they didn't teach Spanish here in Canada until high school. And by that time, I was already on my way out of high school. So, but I found Spanish a lot easier to learn than French. So. Anyway, I guess that's it. I really don't have much more to say. I've already been talking for 30 minutes, so I guess that's about it. So I'll update you guys as go along. I'll definitely, film on the way home once I know what day I'm going home. So, like I told her, I've got I've got a couple of deposits coming in Friday. One from Eastern Ontario Starlink, plus my disability pension. So I got to go home, do up the groceries. I got to buy some more cat food, dry food for the cats, things like that. Plus, like I said, I got to do groceries for up here now too. So a few things to do, and then we'll see how fast she wants me to come back. So I got a feeling it isn't going to be like it was before. We were doing like 9 days, and then I'd go home for like 5 days, and then I'd go home to the trailer for 5 days, and then back here for the 9 days. So I got a feeling it's going to be more like go back to trailer for 2 days and come back here, because she wants to change the whole system. So anyways, it's not like I need to change my address or anything like that stuff, because my address is always going to be, at least while I still own that land, over there at the Lanark. So the next address will be, like, once we sell everything there, she's buying land here in Quebec, so I guess that'll be my home base. But the idea of living in Quebec the rest of my life is not something I'm into. So I don't know. Thing is, she's got things she has to stay here in Quebec for, with her aunt, her son, obviously, so it's not like she can come out to BC and buy a chunk of land. And we haven't talked, but I told her, like, I was going to tell her, I don't even want to buy a piece of land. No, that's me. I don't want to own anything again. So anyway, we'll muddle our way through it. She'll come up with a good plan that'll it'll make me happy, and it'll make her happy. So that'll be the main thing. So we'll see how this all goes. So, but the bus is not going anywhere. It's not being sold or anything like that. This is like, she saw this and it's like, oh my God, we should have had that when we were first. And I said, well, we couldn't have got it during COVID, all this other stuff. But I mean, I wasn't doing Starlink then. I didn't know about the inheritance money that my mother decided to give to me, that it wasn't supposed to be given to me, but it was my mom's inheritance money. This one, not all of it, but I mean, there were chunks of money that the grandparents left. And she says, well, I'm not spending it. It's just sitting. We're not making any money on interest. So she was very, very, well, speak of the devils, here they are. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help donate to the cause or anything like that, well then, you know where to find me. Bye-bye.